Alright, so tonight we need to read Rumpelstiltskin, page 182. You ready?
I got 82.
You ready for Rumpelstiltskin? He's like a little goblin.
And that's
182.
Oh. And
So
that.
let's see. Oh, look, I flipped right to it. Okay.
Mommy, look, right that.
I don't know. Rumpelstiltskin. There once was a poor miller who had a beautiful daughter. A remarkable turn of events one day allowed the miller to meet the king. The miller used this opportunity to tell the king, who was a bachelor, all about his daughter Sophia. In his excitement to convince the king to meet his daughter, the man had claimed she could spin ordinary straw into gold. Uh-oh. In truth, honey, you're kicking the book. In truth, Sophia had no idea how to spin straw into gold, but the king asked her to show... You're making me... The king asked her to come to the palace. He showed her a room filled with straw and asked her to spin it all into gold by the next day. Sophia began to cry. Then, from out of nowhere, a little man appeared. "Why are you crying?" he asked. The young woman explained, I'll wait for you to sit down. Okay. "I can spin this straw into gold for you," he said, "but you must give me your necklace in return for my favor." The miller's daughter agreed, and the tiny man set to work. Soon the young woman fell asleep. When she woke, the room was filled with gold thread. The king was very pleased. "This is the most remarkable talent you have," he said. "If you can repeat what you have done by tomorrow, I will make you my queen." Convinced she would be found out this time, Sophia began to cry. Once again, the little man appeared. "I can help you out once again," he said. The little man paused before saying, "This time, however, you must give me your firstborn child." Sophia's heart sank. How could she make such a promise? But in her desperation, she agreed. The odd little man set out to work, and the young woman fell asleep. She woke to find the straw spun into gold. When the king arrived, he was amazed and asked her to marry him. "On one condition," she said. "You must never ask me to spin straw into gold again."
Wait a minute.
All right, hold on. What do you want to
Is
see?
that the king?
That's the king.
And is that a girl?
That's the miller's daughter.
Is that mother daughter? And that king and that mother daughter?
Yes. All right, let's not skip too many pages here. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to turn one page, not more than one. That's Rumpelstiltskin. The king agreed, and soon he and Sophia were wed.
Is that one is a witch skin?
He's like a witch.
He is.
Though at first the new queen thought that her husband was a bit greedy, she soon found him to be a sweet and caring man and a noble king. They grew to love each other very much. When their first child was born, the queen was so happy that she forgot all about her promise to the little man. Then he appeared. "Your Highness," said the little man, "I have come to claim what is mine. Your son belongs to me." "Surely you will not take my child," said the queen. "I was a fool to make such a promise. Now that I am queen, I can give you anything you desire." "I can see how much you care for your son," he said. "Therefore, I will give you a chance to keep him if you guess my name. I will forgive your promise. You have 2 days. And with that, he was gone. So Rumpelstiltskin wants to take her baby because she promised him the baby if he would make the straw into gold. Queen Sophia quickly ordered one of her porters to follow him. The porter watched as the man traveled deep into the forest.
It's on my raised piggy.
Why does it want to be blurry now? He set up camp, built a fire, and danced around it. Meanwhile, the queen compiled a list. She sent for her royal advisors and asked them for the most unusual names they could find. They scoured the countryside and reported their findings to the queen. The next day, the queen's porter returned to the castle. He had very little to report. The little man had danced around his fire all night long, but he had not spoken a word. Suddenly, a voice startled the queen. "Have you any guesses for me, your highness?" asked the little man. He had appeared from out of nowhere. "Indeed I do," she said. "Are you called Monty? Maul?
Monty Mall?
Montevicio? Orton? Oprius? Orenthial? What are these names? Or perhaps you are Balthazar, Bit-Millibont, or Bugleheim." The queen read every name from her list. That word says spoken. "All of your guesses are wrong," said the little man. "You have 1 more day." She only has 1 more day to figure out what his name is. The queen again asked her porter to stay with the little man. The porter found the little man in the same spot deep in the forest, and just as he had the night before, the man began to dance around his fire. This time, however, he sang a little song as he danced. "The queen's heart will surely break, for tomorrow her child I'll take. But now we play a guessing game, and Rumpelstiltskin is my name." The queen's porter smiled triumphantly as he realized what he had just overheard. He hurried back to the kingdom. The next day, the little man arrived. Queen Sophia looked at the man and said, "Hello there, Rumpelstiltskin." "That is impossible," cried the man. "How did you know?" Before hearing a reply, the man stomped on the floor with rage and fell right through, never to be heard from again. In the end, Queen Sophia, the king, and their little prince, and the miller all lived happily ever after. The story tomorrow is the 3 little pigs. You know the story of the 3 little pigs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who comes to bother the 3 little pigs?
The wolf can bother a little pig?
Who bothers them? A big bad wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time I read that one, and this one, and that one.
All right, good night. Love you.
We read that one.
The little Dutch boy? Yeah, we'll get to it. I love you. Love you.
I love you too.
Good night.
Is the grandma on there seeing this?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, we will read that one too.
What's that one? That's Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Yeah.
I love no life.
I know.
It is no life.
All right. Good night.
Oh, is that grandma?
That does look like Grandma. With gray hair. Yep.
It is. And grandma pulling there's her blood out here.
She's pulling the hair?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, that's not nice.
Uh-huh.
All right.
And
Good night.